Good morning, everybody. I'm John from the Legacy team, and today I am just doing a little bit of adjustment on the rocking chair project. And I thought I'd bring you guys along as I show you how we modified one of the parts of the plan to make the rocking chair a lot more comfortable. So let's take a look. Here's our plan. This is an exploded view of the chair. And what we want to do is we want to take our back leg, which right now is a 1.5 by 2 inch part. We're going to rotate this top section, kind of bend it backward slightly so that the chair is more comfortable. Now, the problem that we face when doing this is where do we want to make the tilt? So if we go up here to the front page here, we're going to take a look at this, just this back rocker, or this back leg for the rocker. Now this back leg, we have the seat support, that's down here. And then we have the back support, and that's up here. So where we want to break it is right between those two. We're going to break it right there. We want to bend the top half back just slightly so that it's more comfortable to sit in. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here's our original part, and it's a 2 inch by 1.5 inch piece. Now, first thing we do is go up here to our job setup. And we're going to change this we're going to change it to a 3. Enough to give it a tilt, but not so much that we're wasting a lot of material. Comfort, but we're going to be logical on it. Now the next thing we need to decide is about where do we want this. Okay, so to get about the center point of these, I'm just going to draw a line right here, right? And now automatically we have this little dot right here in the center, and that's going to be our center point. So we want to get somewhere close to that one, but I'm a huge fan of whole numbers. So the way we make sure it's a whole number is we're going to snap this to here. Then I'm going to take this guide, and you pull your guides out by just clicking here, pulling it out. And then you can push it back as well. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to right click on it and say relative to guide. I'm going to go 15.5. And if we look at this, we're going to be pretty dang close to center right there. And what it's going to allow us to do is give us a good place to rotate our part. So let's delete this line. Now we're going to go into our node mode, okay, and we are going to take and hit N on our keyboard, bringing us into node mode. We're going to come over here as close as we can. We're going to hit I, and as close as we can, and hit I. Then we're going to zoom in nice and tight, and I'm just going to drag that over until it's right on the money. Okay. Up over here, zoom it in until it's right on the money. Okay. So now we know that those dots are right at 15.5 inches from the end of this one. These are our nodes. So we're going to hit C to cut it, and then C to cut it again. And now we just have this top half. That top half we can now rotate as a single piece. So we're going to select them all. We're going to go over to our rotate vectors. That's this guy right here. And I'm going to pin it to this bottom corner right here. Right, and now with that rotated there, we're gonna rock this thing up. Now, when we rock this thing up and we do this, let's grab those again. Make sure we've got our bottom corner. And if we rotate like this, we're gonna see that what happens is that our bottom edge actually overlaps. And I'm not a fan of that one, so I'm gonna Control C that. We're gonna change it to the top corner. And now when we rotate it, we're going to see that our bottom edge just gives a little space there. And I like that a lot better. And while it's not a lot of difference, we're just going to get that little extra height on our back rocker and rocking arm. And so that's the way we're going to do it. All right. From here, we're going to go ahead and just come out of our node mode, reselect these guys here. Okay, and now we're just going to go in and we're going to say join, then moving endpoints, join to a common point. And then join to a common. And now we have one complete vector. Everything's rotated. These guys have rotated as well. And so the distance from here to here has not changed. Okay, and the distance from here to there hasn't changed. Now why we don't want those to change is I don't want to have to modify these back slats, and I don't want to modify the position of our seat because that is very comfortable. So real quickly as a recap, what we did is we changed the size of material that we wanted. we decided where we wanted our bend to be. We inserted nodes and then pulled them down to our guidelines so we knew they were perfect. Cut our vector into 2 pieces. By cutting it into 2 pieces, we were able to then rotate it based off of a known point, or our top of the point right here. Okay, and all that did was it spread this front line just slightly, kept our spacing here because our back point didn't move, and we were now ready to go. Now, when you do something like this to a part, the part is no longer the same right and left. So our next job is to select this guy. We're going to go to our mirror, and we're just going to go to a bottom mirror. Now we have a right and a left, and we need those. That's very important to have because I don't want to cut 2 rights or 2 lefts. I want to cut a right and a left. And that will make sure that you have 2 back legs angling backwards, same direction. So as you're modifying plans, a couple quick things to remember. Any modification, double check to make sure what it's going to do to the overall set of plans before you actually do it. What we had to do is we had to look at this thing and make a good decision on where we wanted to break it. Second is that when we do it, at the very end, we want to mirror it over so that we have a right and a left. Those are the 2 most important things that you can do when modifying a set of plans. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Love to hear from you guys. My number here is 800-279-4570. Give us a phone call. Love to chat. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.